Well, hello there, everyone. You have right here talk about for live streaming and what does it basically mean when we stream live data from a device. I'm like yeah, even if it's from the television right here, and what you're basically doing is you have your TV connected to a networking system, and let's just say if it's through satellite, or it could also be do like a source of internet connection as well, and it's basically another way of how to say networking available for your TV right here. And you can see right here it's a snow forecast right here. So I know that weather on demand, I guess another way of how you want to describe it, to where that you have the data available for you whenever that you would like to look at it. And so you have right here sort of snow, and then it talks right here for tonight, for your cold temperatures. And you have right here that this right here will be example right here of like a television screen right there. And so it basically gives you that option to where you can go ahead and select anything, any program that you want to look at. And so that sorts of stuff right there. And then so I know that yeah, I have right here's if I can show this, the weather radar, I guess yeah, the map right there. So I know that if you're going to be able to get any streaming views of right here of the National Weather Service right here, that you got that, okay, yeah, you got the radar, the national radar, and then you also have right here is the advisory map right here. So I guess a lot of the things that the weather newscaster, I guess you say, that a lot of times that the weather team is able to view there at the weather center, that you would still have access to that from your television set, and which I think that's pretty neat, by the way, instead of having to wait for those weather alerts to come up on TV at a certain time, that you can go ahead and look it up if you have the internet connection, and you'll be able to stream it and say that really that different ways of how you want to describe streaming. It basically means is to where that you're able to watch TV programming and just the networking connection just by if you're connected to the internet. But that yeah, that this site can't be loaded say on Google Map, but correctly. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be it's also going to be asking it to where that if you have an account, just to be able to have access to that source of stuff. But anyway, but that source is saying right there. But anyway, you have right here's the weather right here, and this right here we show right here is the TV right here. So I'll go and show everybody here that with Fox News right here. So if we're going to be watching a certain program, and I know that you're using the internet connection right here, that likely thinking that's to where that does that basically mean that you can actually watch these TV episodes, these TV broadcast channels at the time of a day and a night, that you want to watch them, or if it's all about is to where that okay, anything that you may miss during a certain time of the hour, during the day or night, that you can always go to their website. I'm like, yeah, having a TV that gives you that ability to where you can actually surf the internet, though, it's like, I guess you would say, kind of like a library. Anything that you want to read about, that you'll be able to find it in that. You see right here is the president. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen about talk about the president's speech right here, but I'll go and show everybody here that right here what I got for Fox News right here, and yeah, that so as to say that yeah, even if it's going to be if it's broadcast with a certain time of the hour, but still, see here what's it doing, if it's going to play. But yeah, President McCaskill. But anyway, so just like any other TV, just like any other TV though, seems like it's going to come on the channel just like any other station, but still, that it's just a little bit more complicated. It seems like people say that you can't just you can't the channel up and down, channel 32 or 35 or 103 like the cable TV connect whenever it goes by, whenever you're streaming.
Senator Manchin, and he's doing the right thing for his people. I mean, he's doing the right thing for West Virginia, frankly. And the other bill was 5244. Did a lot of hurricane relief for a lot of different states. So I think some of them really voted for the hurricane relief. But you need 60, so that didn't go anywhere. So we knew they both were not going to go anywhere, we thought. And now Mitch is negotiating with Chuck Schumer, and we'll see what happens. I think they just let.
So yeah, that and you can go back, pause, rewind, but still right here of showing. I'm like, yeah. So if you have that the internet connection, for your TV right there, and then you also have right here outdoors. So yeah, you got these other streaming channels right here, but still that I know that that learning the basics about how your TV works, and I think that this right here that compared to cable service right here, looking through all these variety of video programming that I know that most of us probably grew up back in the early 1980s and 1990s to where that they had the channel control that they used. And I guess you could say that a lot of these programs don't really operate by channel too much anymore. Like whenever you're streaming live, whenever you're streaming channels, that you're not really going by channel 15 and channel 17 and channel 22. What you're really going by, I guess, is like for what you call that you're going by these stream logs, to where that each of these is like if you want to kind of call it like a button right here, that you select whichever video, but I guess by the certain mobile, by the certain streaming. So yeah, for happy kids right there, for music. So yeah, that TV channels. So yeah, it's basically different programmings that that you're able to have access to on your television set using the internet connection. So even though if some of these channels are broadcasting within maybe within 40 or 50 or 60 miles away or something like that, that still that you're able to watch some of these on your TV by the internet connection. And so that's why that and I know that they make the special comp antennas for that too, to where you can actually stream channels. And streaming basically means is that it uses another source of technology. And case if we all wanted to source of AC outlet, any source of power outlet, that a lot of that streaming will come to you directly from that device alone. You just need to make sure is that's connected to the TV just fine. It's getting its connections and its signals, just fine. But anyway, but you got right there is a video right there, and then other things that you can check up. But still, I want to mention that to everybody of talking about with the TV though, that just like portable TV right here, but there's still I know we all probably remember back in those days that you just had the channel, adjusting your channel up and down, where you could just go from channel to channel, channel 5 and 6 and 7. But with streaming, know that you see things just quite a little bit differently. That you don't really see channels 5 and 6 and 7. You might see that maybe if you're going to be streaming, connecting to other websites. I guess if you want to kind of call it that, connecting to other stations. You have access to these stations from your TV, and so it's like say that you're streaming to where that you're actually connected to the network. But anyway, from the internet networking connection, but also the wireless. But anyway, that's something you just check out as well. But anyway, I'm sure if anybody knows exactly about how that works, but anyway, but showing right here that I want to show the weather also, because I know that yeah, how do we usually watch TV whenever the power is out? And so that's why that they say if you're going to have like a better operated TV too, But still, that go ahead and go to the weather here. But I know the weather here has been pretty cold. But I tell you one thing, though, that with the weather, I'm like, I don't even have the weather channel. You know, I say I can get the weather channel if I go to network, but still, that if I can, let me see here if I, yeah, it's gonna let me watch play a video, but see if it plays. Yep. So this sorts of stuff we see right here that you would normally get that. Yeah, a lot of stuff that you're able to see. Like on television, but then having access to that on your television by streaming. And you say that you don't really turn on channel 5 and 7 or maybe 10. Just to be able to watch this, you can just watch it. Just by the remote control. I'm like, yeah. And I don't have one of those touch screens. If anybody that may wonder to where that can't you just touch the moon right there and thinking it's going to maybe give you maybe a close up of the stars and hey, what's going on up there in space? Yeah, touch screen. You one or two of that. How come you just can't use your finger, select whatever state right there, and trying to get a close up view of what's going on and be done. Say menace. How come it's like with the touch screen? But really though, that they probably make the big touch screens, but still that you see right here is with the forecast right here. So as I say, yeah, that snow. It's been snowing quite a bit, here, but I tell you one thing that we only got about, maybe 5 weeks left to a winter, and I'm sure, like with anybody else, can maybe say too that only 5 weeks, only about maybe 5 weeks left to winter, and they say that it hasn't been here for a very long time, but really, if it's been cold enough, then people are going to maybe say that they are really looking forward to the spring, but. So you have right here the local radar, and see if I can yeah. So far it's basic on demand, and but still though that you have right here is with the radar right there. But I tell you one thing though that straight yeah. So you have access to that right there. So all this stuff that's available by streaming. So I guess you can compared to having cable TV, but have channel selections here. Compared to back in the earlier days, yeah, whenever you had cable TV, that you would usually have like channels 3. If you were to watch a cartoon like Nickelodeon channel, Weather Channel, that settings in it. They say that yeah, with the remote control, and I guess what's really different about this right here, and I guess you just need to remember that the return and then the home right here, return and home, and then select whichever you know network or video networkings that connect you to the certain stations. Just to be able to watch the videos and so yeah, that sorts of stuff. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Talk about for live streaming. It basically means that they're providing the data, like whenever you're going to be connecting to the network. But we can see that right there. Yeah, we can see that there's snow past and times of the hour, time, but still, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Snow. Huh?